to rod and Pollocks.
It's not very nice today.
It's horrible. Our whole plan for this week's episode has completely gone out the window and changed. We were supposed to be going out tonight testing Moonglow,
but we've got gale force winds coming in, so we've came out in daylight
testing
a new mark
and salted ragworm,
which is working.
Who would have known?
Michael is in his, how old are you? 35?
35, yes.
He's now done one thing right.
For the first time in my life, I've done a couple of things right. The kids are right. I mean, one of them's a bit,
right.
But, you know.
But the worm is the best bit.
Well, the worm's down. It's my proudest achievement ever. But it's the kids. I like the worm. So yeah, we're here just south of up north.
Are we not like closer to north than south?
No, we're slightly south of up north, but we're slightly north of south of up north.
We're near Amble.
We're near Amble.
Apparently we've angered a local fishing club because Private Beach was like Blackpool the other night, so I do apologise.
Yeah, really sorry about that. So from now on we're going to be very vague with our marks. We're near Amble.
It's called White House Sands.
It's called White House Sands and it's just north of Hawksley, but south of Amble. So in the middle.
That was vague enough, wasn't it?
That was very vague.
Very cool.
And there's a little car park there, and a sand dune with what looks like a cliff. It's somewhere near there.
Look for the lug beds.
Look for the lug beds. So yeah, we're gonna get cracking on. Hopefully try and scratch out some fish.
We're on a beach just south of Amble. It's windy. It's raining. There's no sea on whatsoever. We're on a new beach and it's quite flat. The way it's flooding in, we're having to move back every couple of minutes. We've had a couple of casts so far and there's nothing yet. There are some good worm casts, so that could be a good bait today. Michael's not feeling very confident. We've fished close to here before at a place called Low Hawksley and it was cursed. So I'll keep you updated.
So that's Tom in. First fish, second cast.
Second cast.
And it's a cracker.
It's taken both of my baits. I've got a 2-hook paternoster on, both baited up with bluey, and it's got both of them.
That's going to be some fun getting off.
Yes it is.
Are you going to put that one back?
No, I'm going to eat him.
Typical.
Another one for me, slightly smaller flounder this time. Bluey is working wonders again. Tiny little bits on these size 2-0 hooks. Brilliant for flatty bashing. I'll get him put back. On the casting couch, I mean the beach, and Michael's going to be talking about his new rod.
Yeah, I've got some a new toy to play with. I have to thank Andy, all the fish Andy, for giving me this to play with. It's an any fish anywhere 6 bait, and I've teamed that up with my Fathom, and it's amazing. Cannot fault this rod in the slightest. It's a bit tricky to get used to once you find the sweet spot on it, with it being quite stiff. When you find the sweet spot on the cast, it can chuck a lead for miles. There's a lad called Angle CC Fishing. He's done a review. I'll leave a link in the description to check that out. So I'm not going to give this a proper review. I'm just going to tell you what I think. I've used it twice now, and Rod and Pollocks endorsed this product. It's a good rod. Not sure if I like it over my Sonic, but it is a very good rod. Right, so I'm not sure how well you'll see after that cast on the video, but there I managed to hit the sweet spot on the rod. It loaded up perfect and teamed that up with my Fathom, which is probably the fastest reel I've ever used in my life.
With an overhead thump you can get all the distance you need.
With an overhead thump I hit about, what, 130 yards maybe there? About 100? About 100 yards, just with a gentle overhead thump. But loading that rod up is amazing. So yeah, I really do like that rod. So a little update for you. Weed has stopped play at the moment. I managed to get one rod back out, but for 2 casts in a row we're getting like 2 minutes and then pulling in acres of kelp. So we're going to try this rod out there for a little bit, then hopefully we can get the other rods back out.
Tom has fixed the distance issue with the 525.
Tom has fixed the distance issue. I've got 2 rods out again, people. Can you believe? For the first time since we've went solo, I'm fishing with 2 rods, which doesn't feel right. But yeah, Tom's fixed me 525 up. I had it all set up wrong. Just got it back out the shop today. Running smoothish. Feels horrible compared to the Fathom.
Just the retrieve.
Horrible.
The cast was nice. The retrieve's disgusting.
It's vile. It's like the world's smallest handle. It feels like it's got on. So I might buy a power handle and put a power handle on it. If not, I might upgrade it to another Fathom. Well, other than that, it's gone a bit shitty, really, isn't it? You've had them two. One decent one, one little one. I've had weed, lots of weed, and then a bit more weed to go on top of that weed. You can see, actually, try and get out of the way. Oh, where is it? Actually, I'll walk you down to it. It's going to get windy, folks. This here is the accumulation of 2 casts. All of this was attached to my rod in 2 casts. So yeah, as per usual, I'm near Amble, and I've just been weeded off again. Gotta go. Right, ladies and gentlefish, I hope you can hear it because it's really, really windy.
Extremely windy.
We got weeded off fishing before,
So we decided to have a practice cast and learn a new one. Quite a lot of people use it. It's called off the ground casting. So we'll just put a normal bomb lead on, and we had a couple of goes, and we've easily nailed 200 yards. Which I cannot believe.
like miles over 200 yards on one of them.
The wind was at our backs, so there was no chance of a flare up, there was no crosswind, no headwind, so it was perfect, and it just absolutely flew. We used the Fathom casting special, we used my Fathom 15, and we used Michael's 525 Mark II, and it was perfect on every one, not one incident.
We've got them on film, we've got Tom's Fathoms, and me with a casting special.
I won.
They're impressive, I must say. So now we're back in the water fishing now. The wind's horrendous, so it's going to be...
I hope you can hear this.
It's going to be few and far between on the video clips. But we'll keep cracking on and we'll try and get you another fish. So ladies and gentlefish, he's done it again. And it's another double-sided one.
It's perfectly double-sided, this one though.
Somebody was telling us they're called rock ones when they're double-sided.
Strange, isn't it?
Lovely.
I'll get him put back.
You mean you're not going to eat him?
I'm not going to eat him, no, he's too small. I've got a monster over there, man.
So, well, get it put back.
Still practicing the off the ground cast. I've just done a pretty good one there. And Michael, I don't know if you can see him, has went to mark out where my sinker is. What a cast! Just measured Michael's cast out there. Not bad at all, Mick. Yep. Bye.
Well, what a strange day that was.
Windy.
Very windy.
Partially wet.
Very wet at one point.
Not many fish.
3.
3 for me.
None for me, I blanked.
One of them was alright, one of them they're all flounders, one of them was 1 pound 8 ounce, which is decent fish.
Probably a PB flounder, you think?
I've had it half of quart bigger, we've only started weighing them recently.
Yeah.
It was a good size. And
yeah, it was a nice size flounder. Weeded off from the fishing, so that became no-go. So we started casting.
Yes, we did.
And PBs were broken there, I'll tell you that.
Off the ground casting, something we'd never tried before. So you lay the lead out 90 degrees to your rod, you have your rod tip low, This is all out behind you, and then you turn and swing into your cast, or flies.
Tom, 200, maybe 250 on one, which was a big out chuck. I was doing 150, maybe 160, some of them.
I've got a fathom 15 with quite a deep spool, 20-pound line on, and it was close to the bottom of the spool, so it was a hell of a cast.
Nyon spooled me 535. Well, Tom Nyon spooled me 535. 525. That thing works now. It's back in action and
horrible
fixed.
Handle though. It needs a power handle.
Oh, the handle's horrendous.
You can fire it out, no bother at all, but the retrieve's disgusting.
After fishing with a fathom, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so probably a bit of a short episode this week. Sorry about that, but this wind, it's picked right up now, so we can't stay out.
Hey, we still got out though.
We got out, yeah. We got some fish.
Wasn't a blank for me.
Yeah, I tried out some moon glow, but
in daylight.
All right. No, I used the ones that don't glow, but I was using it as a bait stop.
Oh, a non-glowing moon glow.
A non-glowing moon glow. I was using it as a bait stop, and as a bait stop, it worked perfect. Salted ragworm. That's the future. That like
it works.
Normally
I say it works. We could put it onto a hook. We didn't catch anything on it.
No, but normally we would just throw a leftover worm back into the sea.
Aye.
But now we're going to keep it. I'm going to keep salting it, and
we normally release it back into the wildlife.
Keep it salted. I've heard that it stays. You can keep it out of the fridge for a month once it's salted.
Like wormy biltong.
It is like jerky. Like, I wonder what it tastes like. Might taste some next time.
Taste test.
We'll give it the taste test.
When we go to Valkyrie, whoever catches the smallest ray or blanks loses the beard.
I haven't even announced that yet.
And has to eat the ragworm.
You've just ruined the surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah, so we're going to Valkyrie in a couple of weeks, ladies and gentlefish, and it's the Battle of the Beards.
Loser shaves.
Loser loses the beard.
So
I'm gonna miss my beard. It's rotten, you know.
That's what you hope it's, Michael.
I hope it's you, to tell you the truth, because I would love to see a teenage clean-shaven Tom.
I might just shave the middle bit out, so I've got two great ginger bollocks on my face, like you.
I'm not even. So anyway, camera issue there. For some reason, it cut itself off. We're back. That's it. We shall
see you next week.
See you next week. Thank you to our sponsors.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Aye, that's what it is. It's Wednesday though. We'll Wednesday.
We'll fish on a Tuesday.
We'll fish on a Tuesday. Yes. Thank you to our sponsors, Baitmate,
SAKUMA,
and SOLENT SEAGOO. We're getting good at that, aren't we?
Oh, bouncing.
And yeah, tight lines, folks. May the fish be with you.